The true story of Ronnie Coleman that they didn't tell you. Have you ever imagined lifting over 350 kilograms in a squat? Ronnie Coleman not only did this but also dominated the biggest stage in bodybuilding 8 times in a row. But what few people know is that behind this muscle giant there is a story of pain, sacrifice and challenges that almost no one had the courage to show. Today, you're going to discover what really happened to Ronnie Coleman and why he is much more than a champion. He is an example of strength, overcoming, and humanity. Stay with me until the end, because this story will surprise you. Ronnie was born in Texas, in a small town called Monroe, where life was simple and opportunities weren't abundant. Before becoming a bodybuilder, he worked as a police officer, a profession that demanded a lot of discipline, focus, and courage. It was during this time that he developed a work ethic that would accompany him for the rest of his life. Many don't know, but his police career was crucial in shaping his character, persistence, and ability to handle pressure and extreme situations. The transition from ordinary life to bodybuilding was gradual, but from the start, Ronnie knew he wanted to be the best, no matter the cost. The secret to Ronnie's success lies in the intensity of his training. He trained almost every day, lifting weights that for most people seemed impossible, almost inhuman. His squats with 360 kilograms, bench presses with over 200 kilograms, and deadlifts with absurd weights were part of a routine that left no room for rest. But it wasn't just physical strength. It was an impressive mental strength that kept him going even when his body begged him to stop. Ronnie believed that the biggest limit was the one the mind imposed, and overcoming that limit was what set him apart from the rest. Behind the image of strength, Ronnie faced many difficulties that few people know about. Chronic injuries, unbearable pain in his back and knees, hernias, and even moments when he needed help to walk were part of his daily life. For many, these pains would be signs to quit, but Ronnie never accepted stopping. He used strong medications, endured the pain, and kept training because he knew that being on top meant paying the highest price. This part of his story shows that success is not made only of glory, but also of a lot of struggle and sacrifice. Now, I want to know from you, have you ever been in a situation where you had to continue even while feeling pain or the desire to quit? Leave a comment about the biggest challenge you faced to maintain your training routine. Your story might inspire others. Maintaining such a big and strong body doesn't depend only on heavy training. Ronnie consumed an enormous amount of calories daily, thousands of them, with balanced meals focused on high-quality proteins, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Additionally, he used supplements to speed up muscle recovery and improve his performance. Every meal was carefully planned to ensure enough energy for heavy workouts and to make sure his muscles had all the support needed to grow and recover so quickly. Without this dietary discipline, it would have been impossible to maintain the performance that made him a legend. But what truly set Ronnie apart was his unshakable mentality. He believed that the biggest opponent was not on stage, nor in the weights, but inside his own head. Often the body is tired and sore, but it's the mind that decides whether to continue or quit. This determination made him a true champion because he never accepted limits that weren't self-imposed. This life philosophy was what kept him on top for so long. Years of intense training left deep marks on Ronnie's body. He underwent several surgeries on his spine and knees, facing constant pain, difficulties even walking, and limited movements. Still, he maintains a positive attitude and continues to be an inspiration for fans and athletes around the world. His story is much more than lifting weights. It's about rising up in the face of life's adversities with courage and perseverance. Ronnie Coleman is not just a champion athlete. He is a living legend who revolutionized bodybuilding. He inspired an entire generation to train with more intensity, focus, and dedication. His legacy goes beyond titles. He showed that with mental strength and determination, any limit can be overcome. Ronnie's journey teaches us that to achieve success, you need much more than talent. Discipline, sacrifice, focus, and a strong mind are essential. But it also reminds us of the importance of taking care of the body, because health should always go hand in hand with the pursuit of our goals. It's no use having huge muscles if you can't live well. I'd like to know your opinion. Do you think it's worth sacrificing so much of your health to achieve success? Or do you believe it's possible to find a balance? Leave a comment here. Your opinion is very important, and I'd love to read and reply. No champion reaches the top alone. Ronnie had a team of dedicated professionals, experienced trainers, nutritionists, physiotherapists, and friends who supported him during the toughest times. These professionals were crucial in setting up his routine, correcting mistakes, preventing and treating injuries, ensuring he could keep training and competing at the highest level. Additionally, he had mentors who gave him valuable advice, helping to guide his career and decisions. This support was essential for Ronnie to maintain the intense pace and achieve everything he did. Being an elite athlete comes with a lot of pressure. The demands from fans, sponsors, and especially the internal pressure to maintain the title and always be the best can be overwhelming. Ronnie had to deal with this anxiety and use it as fuel to keep training and pushing himself. This shows that despite the appearance of physical strength, the mental aspect is a decisive part of the champion's journey. Besides physical exercises, Ronnie also invested in mental training to maintain focus, concentration, and motivation. He used visualization techniques, imagining perfect workouts and victories on stage, as well as breathing techniques to control stress and anxiety. These practices helped him stay calm during difficult moments and prepare for the challenges that arose. The mentality of a champion must be trained with the same dedication as the body, and Ronnie was a master at that. Ronnie became much more than an athlete in the gym. He became a cultural icon, influencing millions of people worldwide. He participated in documentaries, advertising campaigns, and today inspires not only athletes, but also ordinary people to overcome their limits and believe in the power of discipline and dedication. His story shows that anyone, regardless of their difficulties, can transform their life with effort and focus. Even facing the aftermath of his injuries, Ronnie remains active in the world of bodybuilding, sharing his knowledge and experience with the new generation of athletes. He is an example that the passion for the sport and the learning process have no expiration date. The lessons he leaves are clear. Respect your body, be disciplined, and never lose focus on your dreams. It's this passing of knowledge that keeps the flame of bodybuilding alive and inspires many to seek excellence. Before finishing, I want you to think, what's the biggest challenge you've faced in your journey, whether in training or life? Leave a comment here, share your story, and inspire others who are also fighting to reach their goals. Remember, Ronnie Coleman's story is much more than muscles and titles. It's a life lesson about determination, sacrifice, pain, and above all, overcoming. If he could overcome his biggest challenges, you can overcome yours too. Thank you for watching until the end. If you liked this content, don't forget to leave a like, share it with friends who need inspiration, and of course, comment on your experiences. See you in the next video with more incredible stories from the world of bodybuilding.